the manifestation of practice of the core values among the Batang Caviteño, a research presented by Dr. Josephine Monzaga, ESP Education Program Supervisor, Ms. Margaret Musa, Familia Ambalada Poblete National High School, and Mr. Conrado Obar Jr., Luis Aguado National High School, South Summit Ridge Extension. In the life of a student, it is patent that the educational institution truly plays a remarkable role in the generation called as the Generation Z or Zennials in developing and strengthening their existing value system. Thus, it is also the youth of today who are exposed to a variety of environmental trends, some of which is the technology and the social media that place them at risk for having harmful behaviors. Children's personality and behavior can be greatly affected by the prevailing social institution. In the Philippines, Department of Education or DepEd being the main agency tasked to manage and govern the Philippine system of basic education, ensure access in promoting equity and improves the quality of education. Ironically, despite the goals of DepEd towards values education for moral transformation, the social problems faced by public education during this time, such as violence and racism, teen pregnancy, low self-esteem, and drug and alcohol abuse, become rampant and uncontrollable. Because of these reasons, there is a need to strengthen the practice of core values. The primary purpose of this study is to ascertain the level of practice of the core values, namely Maka-Diyos, Makatao, Makakalikasan, and Makabansa among the selected junior high school students within the Division of Cavite as basis for the construction of intervention measures. Specifically, the study was conducted to answer the following questions. Number 1, what is the level of practice of the core values among the different grade levels of the junior high school students in terms of being Maka-Diyos? Number 2, what is the level of practice of the core values among the different grade levels of junior high school students in terms of being Makatao? Number 3, what is the level of practice of the core values among the different grade levels of the junior high school students in terms of being Makakalikasan? Number 4, what is the level of practice of the core values among the different grade levels of the junior high school students in terms of being Makabansa? And lastly, what interventions can be done to address the weakest areas among the four core values? For the scope and limitation, the research intends to ascertain the manifestation of practice of the core values among the Batang Caviteño. The study was limited to selected grade 7 to grade 10 students from the Division of Cavite for the school year 2019 and 2020. Junior high school students already have the knowledge and understanding of the four core values in their 7 to 10 years of stay in basic education, having a total of 1,760 respondents. For the methodology, quantitative research focuses on gathering numerical data and generalizing it across groups of people or to explain a particular phenomenon. Under this method, descriptive research seeks to describe the current status of an identified variable. Independent t-test was used to compare whether two groups have different average and determine whether the difference is statistically significant. And weighted mean was used in computing the level of practice of the core values, namely Maka-Diyos, Makatao, Makakalikasan, and Makabansa. Table 1 shows the average of the responses for all grade levels. The overall mean is 3.51, which denotes that the respondents in general are always observing the core value of being Maka-Diyos. It is noticeable also that item number 4 na ipakikita ang katapatang intelektual at hindi ginagamit ang karapatang-ari ng iba upang gamitin sa sariling kapakanan. Item number 6, nagpapakita ng pagtitiwala sa katapatan at dignidad ng ibang tao. Item number 10, pagkakaroon ng malalim na kagustuhan o interes na mapalalim ang pananampalataya as the least mean. Thus, this item should be given more focused. Table 2 shows the average of the responses for all grade levels. The overall mean is 3.50, which denotes that the respondents in general are always observing the core value of being Makatao. It is noticeable also that item number 3, nagsasalita laban sa paglabag sa karapatang pantao at maging sa pambubulas. Item number 6, tinutulungan ng mga kamag-aral na nangangailangan sa iba't ibang matuwid na kaparaan at umaalalay sa mga batang may kapansanan. And item number 8, nakikiisa sa mga gawaing bahay, pampaaralan at maging ng para sa komunidad as the least means. Thus, this item should be given more focus. Table 3 shows the average of the responses for all grade levels. The overall mean is 3.21, which denotes that the respondents in general are only observing the core value of being Makatao sometimes. Of the 4 core values, this has the lowest mean in general, and therefore needs more attention. It is noticeable also that item number 1, ang mag-aaral ay nakapaghihiwalay ng mga nabubulok at di nabubulok na basura sa paaralan, tahanan at komunidad. Item number 3, ang mga mag-aaral ay nagpapakita ng kusang pagpupulot ng anumang kalat na kanilang nakikita. And item number 6, ang mga mag-aaral ay nagtatanim ng puno at halaman upang maihahagi sa proyekto ng gobyerno tulad ng Clean and Green program as the least means. Thus, these items should be given more focus. Table 4 shows the average of the responses for all grade levels. The overall mean is 3.47, which denotes that the respondents in general are always observing the core value of being Makabansa. It is noticeable also that item number 4, pagpapakita ng kagustuhan na hikayatin ng kapwang mag-aaral na magkaroon ng pagkatuto sa iba't ibang dialektong Pilipino. Item number 3, sumusunod sa mga patakarang lokal ng komunidad at nasyonal na maaring masuri sa loob ng paaralan. And item number 7, pumapasok ng tama sa oras at isasagawa ang takdang gawain at ipapasa sa tamang panahon as the least means. Thus, this item should be given more focus. In terms of being Maka-Diyos, Makatao, Makakalikasan, findings show that grade 7 to grade 10 had an always observed level of practice. On the other hand, the core value of being Makakalikasan showed that grade 8 to grade 10 had a level of practice sometimes observed, while grade 7 students manifested the value of being Makakalikasan as always observed. As a result of the findings of the study, here is a proposed important tool that will help the school to manage workflow and track the various core values among the students. Under this ESP work plan, the school as the second home of the students that nurtures the holistic growth of learners is expected to continuously imbibe the same core values in the delivery of various learning activities, especially in the subject of ESP. In addition, as a concrete example of the core value integration, there is this Deped Order number 50 series of 2015. For the conclusion, according to TAS 2016, education isn't just about reading, writing, and arithmetic. It is also about life, citizenship, and value of being a good person. And when a school teaches these things, a child world, and perhaps the world around us will begin to change. School must be compassionate, concerned, and loving community in which all share responsibility for character education and endeavor to hold fast to the same core values that guide the learning of students. In addition, everyone needs values to make and build up community and will in turn contribute to morally upright and healthy relationships among its citizens. This will help mold emotional identities with concern and bravery. It is also the home and school who are responsible for inculcating core values such as patriotic and nationalistic, godly, respectful of nature, and mindful of humanity among citizenship. The starting point is at the early age with the young. Again, the manifestation of the core values among the Batang Caviteño. Now, thank you and